Hola amigos, welcome back to another one of my Bring a Blanket live writing and productivity sprints. My name is Emma Bennet. If you haven't been here before, I write contemporary romance and I am doing my first Camp Nano at the moment. I normally do these writing sprints for roughly 3 hours and usually do 25-minute sprints with a few minutes break in between. There are loads of other lives going on today, so if you do like to do a little bit of stream hopping and you find that works for you, I will try to link them all in the chat. I have already just linked SD Houston's live, which is going on at the moment, but there are a few others. There's also a link down in the description below, which should take you to a Google Doc, which has what everybody's doing regarding lives at the moment. Yeah, so everybody just works on whatever they want. Basically, if you haven't been here before, it's very chilled. We cheer each other on and commiserate if things go wrong, as they frequently do in writer life. So today, I'm actually not really working on writing. I have a Fiverr gig that came through. It's a developmental edit for a novel which I need to sort out, so I thought I might work on that today, something a little bit different, because my Camp Nano projects are kind of going around in my mind at the moment, and I'll do a bit on those later probably, but not right now. So yeah, if you're here, say hi in the chat, introduce yourself, and it'd be great to know what you're working on as well. If you want to share word counts and stuff, that is great as well. The lovely Linny Sprinkles says, hi all, coming in early to wish you all good luck, and that I'm envious. I'm at work right now on a break though, so I'll be watching this all later. See you all. We will miss you, Linny. And SD, whose stream I've linked below, she's popped in to make friends with the like button. And Dreaming Truth is here. Hello, sweetheart. How are you? Are you at work? Let me see. And Dreaming Truth says, Emma, what is your process for editing? The editing that I do for Fiverr, I offer developmental edits. I do also do copy edits, but I kind of only keep those for my favorite people because I don't enjoy doing them as much as the developmental ones because they're so fiddly. So developmental edits is typically what I offer. And I've only been doing Fiverr for a few months now. Basically, it's a way to make a little bit of extra money because a lot of my books were self-published until last year. And then I was offered a publishing contract for 4 of my self-published books. So I had to unpublish those and then they were published. But I've only just got my first paycheck from my new publishers, even though I signed with them in May last year, because with the publishing industry, it just takes quite a long time to get paid. So short story long, I haven't been getting a lot of money from writing for like the last year, basically. So I thought it might be handy to do editing a little more professionally. I have done editing for like, golly, what is it, like about 12 years now, but kind of just here and there. So I'm doing just a bit more of it now, and I'm really, really enjoying it. Like trying to build up a bit of a client base on Fiverr. So if you know anybody who needs an editor, point them my way. I'm really cheap at the moment while I build up my client base, so it's a good time to get me. And Joanne is also here and says, hi everyone, going to be working on revisions for Project Sugar and Spice, but I'm cooking brunch in the background right now, so I'll lurk. Fair enough. Lovely. I hope that you're having something really, really scrummy for your brunch rather. So I am going to get up the timer now. So I like to start with Judgmental Llama just because he keeps me accountable. I love him. I love his piercing, judgmental eyes. I need him. I need him today. Do let me know. I know that Dreaming Truth, I know, has 1 camp already, but if anybody else is doing Camp Nano, then do let me know how it's going for you. I'll fill you in a little bit more later on my many, many camp projects. There are lots. Dreaming Truth says, Emma, what genre do you edit for? Could really use a developmental editor for my FBI thriller novella series. That sounds so cool. Basically, obviously, because I write romance, that's my absolute. But I do thrillers, I do fantasy as well, sci-fi depending on the sci-fi, and historical fiction I also do, again depending on the era. So yeah, I could definitely help you out if you would like me to. I'll send you a link thing to my Fiverr doodad. But let's get on to the first timer now and be all productive and awesome. So Judgmental Llama will begin judging us in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay, so that is the end of our first sprint for today. That seemed to go by so quickly. That was crazy. Absolutely crazy. Let me just get rid of our banner thing there. Awesome. Right. How did that go for you guys? I see Mr. Fox timer is trying to start. We don't get Mr. Fox yet. Thank you. We're not ready for you. Yeah, we have to earn Mr. Fox. Or maybe we will have Mr. Fox next time. Maybe we will. Oh, that's why, because I clicked on the wrong thing. There we go. We shouldn't be able to see him, but we can. There we go. Okay, don't worry. It's good. It's good. We'll sort it. Maybe not tomorrow, but we will sort it out. Editing, the development I was talking about. So I'm just kind of working my way through that. Let's have a look and see what you guys are up to. Where were we? SD was saying llama llama. I put a link to my Fiverr store. Would you call it a store? I don't know. My Fiverr gigs. There we go. Because Dreaming Truth was wondering about that. And I popped a link in here to, I watched one of her videos just earlier, hoping to write. Anyway, it should say really quiet, not rescheduled quiet, stupid autocorrect. But yeah, I think it might be like her first live and it's really quiet over there. So I was just wondering if you guys have got a couple of minutes, if you could pop over and say hi to her, because it's scary enough doing lives now. And I've been doing them, for 6 months, but the first ones were really terrifying. So I was feeling a little bit sorry for her. And also Melissa is also live over at Power Play Press with Disco Chad. That's a big one, because I think the Sarah Cannon's Heart Breathings lot are doing like a big writing sprints thing starting today. So yeah. So Joanne was making brunch. She's making chili con carne, which sounds delicious and is now all I want to eat. And SD was asking me, did you say you now have 4 or 5 projects you're working on for Camp Nano? So yeah, I'm now on 5. The problem is none of the projects are giving as many words as I'm used to when I'm 30k words that I need for Camp Nano. I'm having to do a lot of little bits. So the first project is my how to almost finish the first draft of that. That's really cool. Able to tick off. Then I'm doing a Twitter for authors kind of mini book pamphlet thing. That one definitely needs work, but not a huge amount. But the problem is how much do I do with the first draft? Because I'm not going to be adding many more words to that. Then the third is a novella sequel to The One That Got Away, which is a pile of steaming poop at the moment, unfortunately, but it'll get better. It'll be fine. Then I'm doing. Then there was a short guide that I wrote to flash fiction for my writing class that I'm going to be teaching. That one's done. That one I did yesterday. That was cool. That was quite easy. That was just a really little one. And then my spelling is atrocious today. The last one is a short story idea I came up with last night. Yeah, it should be cool, but it's still all in my head at the moment. And Dreaming Truth is saying, how are you managing all that? I'm not managing that. I'm an emotional wreck over here. No, I'm fine. It's cool. Like I say, the flash fiction one I needed to write. So I thought, well, I'll write it for camp so that I can count the words. Yeah, the main Nano one is basically done. I just need to fiddle with it a bit more. The Twitter one, yeah, it's the novella sequel, which is the real problem. And that's the one that I can get the most words out of, you see. So that's kind of what I was wanting to focus on. And Laura Gomez was saying, how many words are your Joffrey books? 50K. They're slightly longer than that, actually. They're more like between 54 and 60, depending on which one. I think the longest one is Starstruck, and that's just over 60,000. Yeah, so it's kind of about 55K, I think, for each of those. So yeah, there we go. Oh, and hello, Laura. You didn't say like hi. You just, I love it when you do that. You just kind of appear. It's fabulous. Everybody else is like, hi, I'm here. And Laura just like comes in with a comment. I love that. I wish I had a lovely son walking by who could heat up my tea for me. Oh, I don't think he's going to. I think he just walked on by. That was kind of harsh. That was kind of harsh. Coolio. Right. Well, I think that the internet gods have decided that we're moving on to the Mr. Fox timer, as they have taken away Judgmental Mr. Fox for the next one. And we'll just have to see if we deserve him. If not, we'll have to move back to Judgmental Llama. I don't make the rules, I'm afraid. I really don't. Can you believe it's nearly the weekend? That's crazy. That is crazy. And this weekend, I'm finally having my Mother's Day. I can't remember why I didn't have my Mother's Day. I know, because Mother's Day in the UK, for those of you in the US, was last month. But one of my sons was doing, he had like a day with the national park. He volunteers for the national park. He's like a youth warden. And that was on Mother's Day. So I said, oh, don't worry about it. Like, I really wanted him to be able to do that. But I also didn't want to spend my Mother's Day like driving him back and forth to the middle of nowhere. So I put it off, and I'm going to have it on Sunday, and it's going to be really, really, really fun and relaxing. Hopefully. Only thing is, we can't normally. What I really like to do is go for a really nice long dog walk, but we can't. We kind of can. Got to still be a bit careful of Hector and his stitches. For like the next, he's having them taken out next Thursday. So he has to be kept on the lead until then, and he's wearing one of my tops to protect the stitches so that he can't like pull at them. So yeah, we won't be able to do a nice long walk, but apart from that, it should be really good. We can do a little walk. It'll be cool. What have you guys got planned for the weekend? Have you got anything fun happening? Oh, that's why my son wasn't being really harsh. He was actually going out. I thought he was just going to like go back and forth to the kitchen. But he was going out. Okay. Laura Gomez is suggesting that I carry Hector. He weighs 27 kilograms, dude. I'm 4'10.5". I barely weigh more than 27 kilograms. And I don't think that he'd think much of that, to be honest. His favorite thing in the world is going to the woods and running with my husband. It's something my husband has done with him since he's a puppy. And he does like ready, steady, go. And Hector just gets so excited and loves to run with him. So he wouldn't be able to do that, which would be a bit sad for him, I think. His brother Paris is squeaking from the other room. I don't know what he's squeaking about. I better go and see what that is in a second. Okay, so let's do another 25-minute sprint, and I am just going to all awesome and productive in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. I was engrossed again. Completely engrossed and forgot about the timer. So that was a little bit of a shock. But never mind. It's all good. It's all good. I actually moved on to working on this short story idea during that sprint because my Wi-Fi wasn't very happy with me having the Word document up and doing the comments and stuff on the editing job because I have to use the online Word for it, and it was just not happy at all. So I thought, well, there's no point in struggling with this and like getting cross because it's going to take me twice as long as it should have because everything's taking so long to load and things. It made more sense to move on to something else. So your story. And I don't know, what did I write? Like probably only like a couple of hundred words because some of it was thinking words, which isn't bad really, Paris, but I don't think there was actually anything 18. So good. Right, just have a look and see what you guys have been up to. Laura Gomez is writing a medical for hopefully for Milton Boone because like a Twitter series. And yesterday it's because she thought that her doctor could be like on TikTok. Mrs. Tom York popped in. Hello, it's definitely influenced. And Laura Gomez says a few, yes, they're very distracting, got no writing done. She needs to know all about the hunky doctors. Idea is a romance story. No, it's not actually, it's just kind of general fiction with no romance in it at all, which is very unlike me, isn't it? I must be having an off day. ML Bull popped in as well and said hello. And she said that she's good when I asked. And Dreaming Truth said, I just discovered the read aloud feature in Word on Monday. It's fantastic. Yes, it is very, very helpful, isn't it? There's nothing like hearing something read aloud by something else to help you to pick up any errors. So what are you working on now that you've finished your nano project? Are you going back over that and kind of revising it, or are you going to leave it for a little while and do something else, or are you just taking the rest of the month off to kind of chill? That would be quite nice. Yeah, well, so I'm not as behind with camp as I was. I'm going to be filming like a update video tomorrow, ready for Monday. So I think I'm only like a couple of thousand words behind now, where I should be according to the Camp Nano website, which isn't too bad because I was a lot further behind than that. So if I can just crank those words out in this short story and in the novella, then that should be absolutely fine. I should catch up, no problem. But there are only like 9 more days left, 8 if you don't count today. It has gone by so quickly. Yeah, just so crazily quickly, this camp. Insane. Although actually, like NaNoWriMo itself last November, because I was doing the traditional Nano, that absolutely flew by. It was just a blur of days spent writing and trying to get in that word count. Good fun. And I'm so proud of myself for doing that. And yeah, that nano manuscript that I wrote, that was one of the books that's been taken on by my new publishers. So that's super cool. I've never had a book accepted for publication like so quickly from when I started writing it, if that makes sense. You know, what was it? I started writing it obviously in November, and then I submitted it to them. Oh, what was it? Like beginning of March or something? Because I've known about the contract for quite a while. It's just the contracts department took a little while to get it sorted. I had several things I wanted changed in the contract, so it was going back and forth. And then I needed to wait for my publisher to announce it before I could announce it. Dreaming Truth says, I was working on drafting book 2 for Nano. Now I'm going to finish working on edits for book 1. I'll be contacting you, Emma, very soon about that. Oh, that's so cool. It would be so exciting to read some of your work, because it's been so nice to have you here in the streams. Although my favorite time with you in the streams has got to be in Panda's stream on a Wednesday when we're counting down for you to finish work. That is just so funny when everybody is keeping an eye on the timer for you and going like, 3 minutes to go. It's nearly time. It's nearly time. Your work colleagues must think you're completely bananas. Never mind. Day. All the best people are a little bit crazy. That's what I say. Right. Okay. Let's get into another sprint. Is this sprint number 3? I feel this is sprint number 3. I'm getting hungry already, but I did have a blueberry rice cake. If you haven't tried blueberry rice cakes, they're really delicious. They are so fun and yummy. Oh, Dreaming Truth is saying that she works from home. Okay, so that's okay. You can be as crazy as you like. I just, in my head, I'd envisaged you like in a busy office or something, like in a cubicle with all these crazy people cheering you on. Yeah, you kind of spot that image now, to be honest. Jody says, lurking at work, US Eastern here. Oh, so what is it for you? Like 11:14 or something? Is that right? Is it 5 hours or 6? I don't know. You've still got quite a lot of your day to go, though, haven't you? Cool. Okie dokes. Right. Let's get into this next one. We're back to Judgmental Llama. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, not sorry. It's my stream. I can do what I like, and I need Judgmental Llama. I need the toughness. Let's get productive in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. that's the end of that sprint. How did it go for you? I got a couple of hundred more words in, which I'm quite pleased with because I literally just came up with this idea last night, and I hadn't done any proper planning other than just thinking about it a little bit in my head. So, you know, going from absolutely nothing to now having just over 400 words, I think isn't too bad at all. My plan is just to get some down now, and then I can always kind of fiddle around with it later this evening and see where I get with it then. Right, now I know that we had a couple of people joining us, which was lovely. So SD had finished with her sprints. I cannot take 25 minutes away from this. Let me see. Here we go. I think this is where we are. We were joined by, yes, here we go. We were joined by Jodie just as Rachel popped in as well, which was lovely. Well, now Lindsay, I hadn't her sprints before this, and I went over to go and check out Lindsay's channel because she was also doing some sprints, and she has just won camp. So many congratulations, Lindsay, if you're still here. What were you working on, and what was your final word count? I need encouragement at the moment. SD said, just got done with my sprints, going to lay down a bit, but still leaving this up for your watch time. Yeah, SD had surgery on her back a couple of days ago and is insisting upon still being in everybody's streams and being completely awesome. And I really just think she needs to like lie down and rest up. And Linny is back on her lunch break, which is super cool. And Linny was saying that she's just going to join in like the chat because she doesn't have any of her usual like writing things with her today. And I was suggesting that Linny writes on her phone, but it might take her down to like 600 words a sprint because Linny's word counts are just absolutely unbelievable. I dropped a link to my latest video, which was out a few hours ago, and that goes into more details of my new publishing contract with my publisher, Joffrey Books, who are awesome. And then we were also joined by Jordan Mahoney. Hector! I'm worried that Hector's picking at his stitches. I can hear him like biting himself. Hector! Oh, I'll have to go and check on him in a minute. Right, I'm distracted now. I'm thinking about Hector. Right, yes, Jordan came in and people were asking Jordan how she is. And Rachel said, I found my old map of the realm I'm working in and discussing a redo. Super cool. Very fun. I love maps in books. Maps in books is like the best thing ever, in my opinion. It does not get better than that. Okay, right. What I'm going to do is I am going to start a new sprint quickly because I really need to check on this dog because I do not want him pulling his stitches out because he doesn't have a t-shirt on at the moment because the one that he was wearing got absolutely soaked on our little dog walk earlier. So, okay, here we go. Let's be all productive in 3, 2, 1. There you go. Was that sprint number 4? I don't know. I've lost track. That's how much fun we have been having. Okay, so what did I get? Let me have a look. That sprint was a little interrupted because my son arrived back home and I had to go and sort out Hector, who was biting at his stitches, and find him a new t-shirt to put on. So I got like 150 words. It's fine. It's 150 more than I had before. So that's what we're going for. That's cool. Right. Let me just get this timer back for next time. Cool. And let's see what everybody has been up to. Don't know why I just went away there. I didn't mean to. Where were we in the comments? I've moved on to water from tea today. It just seemed like more of a water afternoon. Oh, that was it. Right. The realm she's working in. Oh, it's chilly. An underground railroad map in my novel makes my story more real and believable, as well as my character Millie's journal entries, which I just thought sounded so cool. And SD popped back in, so I told her off because she is supposed to be resting right now. And I'm pressing, I think we're going to look at kitchen showrooms in a bit. So that's for the new house. And they are picking up the keys on Wednesday, which is so exciting. Lindsay saying, I'm feeling sort of lost. Think I need a new project for the morning. Any suggestions? So if anybody has any good suggestions for Lindsay, I suggested maybe just kind of writing some flash fiction or a short story. And we were joined by the lovely Katie Elizabeth. Like ages since where you are. The sun's decided to come out here this afternoon, so that's like move back a week or something like that, because I'm like, Martin says no, Hector's my dog. Hector had hopefully we got the biopsy results back yesterday. He's been wearing a t-shirt and he looks really, really cute in a t-shirt, but he didn't have one on because it got soaking wet during his walk. This is probably way too much information for people who don't care. Anyway, he started biting at his stitches. I could hear him during the last break. So I went into a sprint and got him another t-shirt. It's a blue one of mine. He looks very cute in it. He actually rocks it more than I do, to be honest. And ML Bull says 381 words total. Cool. Well done. Good work. Good work. Good work. I have definitely got that Friday afternoon feeling, which is funny because I'm still going to be like working. Writing this weekend because I'm so behind with camp, at least on Saturday. Next weekend, though, is going to be really cool because I and D are going to be doing a 12-hour write-a-thon. So I'm going to be BS. I'm going to be Andy's, and then it's SD for the 3 hours after that. And then it's Margaret Pinard for the final 3 hours, taking us up to 2 a.m. UK time. I'm not sure whether I'll quite make it to the end of Margaret's sprint, but it would be fun if I could hang on in there that late to support her. Paris is sticking his nose. Paris is my other dog. Paris is sticking his nose into the under the stairs cupboard, which is making me suspicious. He's very, very busy today. I'm not sure what he's getting. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to call somebody down to like do. Here we go. I'm back. Someone's dealing with that. Someone's running down dramatically the wrong way. Coming. Right. Martin says, speaking of Underground Railroad maps, I went on the London Underground with Richard Holliday, who was talking about original tube mapper Harry Beck. Oh, how cool is that? I used to quite like going on the Underground. I used to, I lived in London for 23 years and I went to UCL for university, but I lived in South London still. So I used to take the Underground every day to get there. I used to quite like it. It's a good reading opportunity. And Martin says we need to mock up Emma on the BBC test card. What? What are you going on about, Martin? Have you started drinking already? It's a little early. I don't know what you're going on about there. I want more information. Thank you. Okay. And the BBC test card. You've got me all confused. Yeah, more information, please. Okay, so the next sprint is going to be our final 25-minute sprint, and then we will have another little chat, and then I will be able to go and make my supper. Oh yeah, it's going to be delicious. It's going to be so good. Martin says for when you step away and put the stream on hold. Well, I don't normally. It was literally just like, I don't know what the dog's doing. He's got his head right in the cupboard, and it sounds like he's eating something. So knowing Paris, it could be anything. Martin says it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Yeah, it's 18 minutes past 5 here, but everyone knows that wine o'clock is 6 o'clock. Okay, or cocktail hour, or whatever you want to call it. Sundowner. Yeah, sundowner is 6 o'clock. Okay, come on, we're civilized. We're civilized here. Right. Okay. Here we go. Let's be all productive and awesome with Mr. Fox in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. There we go. That is the end of our final sprint for today. I am at 839 words on that short story that I started during these sprints. So I'm really pleased with that. A little bit more and I'll easily have 1,000 words, although I do want to do more than that today because I am still a little bit behind with Nano, which is getting a bit frustrating. So yeah, how did you guys do? Let me see where we are in the chats. Wanting this banner to disappear, please. There we go. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere with this. And away with the banner. Please, StreamYard. I'm begging you. Nah, never mind. I ain't going to beg. Stay there if you want banner. I don't care. See what everybody is up to. Me. Right, about railroads. And I just remembered and was telling Martin in the chat that I had a teacher. He taught English and drama. He was actually one of those teachers that was a little bit scary. I'm sure he was very, very nice, but just a bit scary to me. But so that he would be able to read in peace. Kids. So that was kind of mean, just to like desert his family for the weekend so he could go and read on the underground. ML Bliss saying getting some lunch or brunch. I didn't have breakfast all weekend, and he still hasn't got to hang laundry outside this year because he's totally rock and roll, which is cool. And that he might need to invest in a tumble dryer. I have to say I love my tumble dryer. I know they're not the best for the environment, but I did get one that was like the most energy efficient, and I do only use it when I have to. But with 6 of us and 2 big dogs, kind of need it. Amanda came in. Amanda is busy getting ready to go away. What sounds like a really lovely weekend. And she's got plenty to do, including learning a song to sing with the choir. So that is pretty cool. And what I love, I was showing like little concern that she didn't know this song yet, but what I absolutely loved was her reply that let's see if I can get this up. Here we go. So far is from hearing a song for the first time to performing it for 100 plus people as a solo in 1 hour, which is awesome. The lovely Margaret Pinard popped in to say hi. And she has got 641 words so far today, which is completely awesome. Well done, Margaret. And ML is saying, Bide With Me is an old beautiful hymn. My characters sing it in my story. Yeah, that is a lovely one, actually. I think in the UK, even if we don't go to church, often in primary schools, at least, we sing hymns every day, or we used to when I was little, in assembly. And I did that all through my secondary school as well. And still, sometimes I'll be wandering around the house and some hymn that we used to sing that I haven't sung for like, well, I don't want to say how long, will just come into my head and I'll be like bopping along. It's so weird. And Margaret said, oh, good. Ends for the day. Yeah, and I get to go and make my food. And Amanda is making progress with her packing. That's really great. Cool. And Katie Elizabeth said, just hit 2,580 for today on serious catch-up mode. Well done. That is absolutely brilliant. Well done. I'm very, very proud of you. Margaret says she's getting some wonky dragon. Oh, I'm sorry. It's been so good today. I'm sorry that it's ending up like that. Okay, everybody. Well, I will finish there then. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope that these sprints have been useful to you and that you've got lots of words in. The people who have given your word counts, you guys are amazing. You're doing so well. I've still got quite a bit of catching up to do with camp, but come on, with 5 projects, I must be able to make 30k words. I absolutely must. I hope that you have an awesome rest of the day and that you have a lovely, lovely weekend as well. And yeah, I hope the sun comes out for you, because Martin's now got me worried about rain for the weekend, because I wasn't looking forward to that. And I will see you next week. Don't ask me when I'm going live next week. I don't know. I do know, though, that SD Houston is joining me next Thursday. So that should be really, really fun. But I will let you know about the other ones on my channel. If you just go and check in there, by kind of Sunday night, I will have decided when I'm going to be streaming next week. So hopefully I will see you there. Have a brilliant weekend and